benvenuti al 27esimo episodio di Ask Manu Italiano. Io sono Manu e questo è Italy Made Easy. Please watch the video till the end. I'm going to make a very big, important announcement. Okay, now enjoy. So, we're gonna get straight into the action today because it's not going to be a particularly long episode, but it's the continuation of something that we started a few weeks ago. Make sure that you check it out. Actually, you have to for a reason that it's coming up. But basically, I started a series on the ne particle, pronoun, whatever you want to call it. It does a bit of everything. And yes, so this is the final fourth lesson discussing that topic. But what we're going to do today is nothing really new. There's no more explanations. There's no more grammar. I'm sure there's many other cases that were left out intentionally so that it's all simple or as simple as possible for you. Basically, what are we doing today? Make sure that you visit Ask Manu, that you watch Ask Manu, make sure that you watch all the previous episodes, obviously. But in particular, you have to go to my website, italymadeeasy.com, and go to Ask Manu Italiano episode 26 and download the PDF, because at the end, actually, I had a technical problem. I ended up having to put the exercises before the grammar. If I put it afterwards, it just wouldn't export the PDF. It was a nightmare. Anyway, because what we're doing today is going over the sentences, the exercises that were assigned to you, and we're going to discuss them here with me. So we had 10 sentences. The first 5 you had to translate from English to Italian, and the next 5 you have to translate from Italian to English. Now, of course, as it was the case for the previous 25 episodes, they had a PDF, not all of them, but mostly, the answer that I give you is not the only possible answer. There's always a number of ways of saying things, so hopefully you come up with these ones, but maybe you come up with different ones. So, if you have suggestions of your sentence and how you had translated, post it in the comments and I'll try and check all of them. So the first sentence was I don't have kids. Oh, sorry, it was I don't have any kids. How many do you have? So there's 2 sentences. The first one is the statement. Do you know how to say I don't have? Yes. Do you know how to say I have? Io ho. So I don't have io non ho. And then any kids, we don't have to render that any in Italian, not necessarily, because I could just say non ho figli. Don't worry, I'm going to show you in a second. Non ho figli. If you wanted to render that any, I wouldn't recommend you do it, but you could say non ho alcun figlio, non ho nessun figlio, meaning I have no child, no. It's just not the way we would say it. It's grammatically correct, but honestly, non ho figli is the way we say I don't have kids. Okay, so you don't need to say any. How many do you have? So do you need the ne particle here or not? You do, because we're talking about a quantity. So if you haven't done the exercises, of course, I strongly suggest that you don't watch this video. Go download the PDF, do the exercises and come back. Otherwise, you can do them as you go with me. So you've had enough time now. I'm going to show you the answer. I translated this with io non ho figli, tu quanti ne hai? So a couple of things with this one. Usually I would say you don't need the io, because io is redundant in Italian, because non ho already means I don't have. So why am I leaving the io in this time? Because it's a contrast. It's a situation where I'm making contrast between I and you. So, io non ho figli, tu quanti ne hai? If I didn't say io or tu, the sentence would be a bit awkward. It'd be like saying, don't have kids. How many got? Like it would sound incomplete even in Italian when the subject is usually where the subject is usually not needed. In this case, it would be needed. So, tu quanti ne hai? Tu quanti ne hai? Quanti ne hai? How many do you have of them? That ne means figli. So, quanti figli hai? Tu quanti ne hai? That was the solution. The next sentence was, apples, I'll have 3, thanks. Now here I did something to kind of help you out, because in English we probably would tend to say, apples, I'll have 3, please, because you're making a request. But the thing is that in Italian, you actually will probably say thanks in this case. Why? Because somebody has offered you apples, because you're saying apples, oh yeah, since you're mentioning apples, I'll have 3. thanks. That's what we would say in Italian when somebody offers something to you and you accept, you will say thank you. You will not say please like you do in English. So it's not per piacere, it's going to be grazie. So apples, I'll have 3. Do you need the ne here or not? You do, because it's a quantity that we're talking about. So here's the solution. Mele, ne prendo 3, grazie. Mele, ne prendo. Prendo means I'll take, and the ne means of them. So why is it there? Because it looks funny, like of them I take 3. It's kind of backwards, but that's how it is. The ne pronoun must go before the verb, so that was the right answer. Perfetto. Next one. Yesterday I bought a few books. I bought 5, actually, So yesterday I bought a few books. So we're speaking in the past tense. We have to use the passato prossimo. Are we okay with that? Perfetto. So yesterday I bought a few books. Ieri ho comprato dei libri. I would say dei, meaning some, using the partitivo dei. If you don't know, don't worry. Ieri ho comprato libri, if you don't want to do the some or a few. Ieri ho comprato alcuni libri. That's another way of saying dei, but dei would be the best one. I don't know if that's the one I used in the translation, but let's see. But the problem is I bought 5. Do you need the ne or not? Of course you do, because in English you can say I bought 5, but in Italian, whenever there is a quantity, we have to have the noun that is associated with the number. So you could say ho comprato 5 libri, but you just said that. I mean, just said that you bought books. What would you say books again? But yes, you could say ho comprato 5 libri. But you could not say, like in English, ho comprato 5. So that's why you do need the ne. Ta-da! Ieri... Oh, I was very clever. I said, ieri ho comprato diversi libri. Diversi is like saying several, okay? Ho comprato diversi libri, like several books. That was nice, actually. But naturally, I would say dei, honestly. I think I was overthinking when I did that. Ieri ho comprato dei libri. Yesterday I bought some books. Ne ho comprati 5. So we need the ne. We agreed on that before. The ne has to come before the verb, so it has to go at the beginning. And then the verb bought is ho comprato, normally. So why am I saying ho comprati? Well, because the ne now means books, right? So there has to be agreement between the past participle and the books that I've mentioned before the verb by using the ne. Go back to the video where I explain all this, okay? Lessons 24, 25, 26. And some of them have 2 parts, okay? That was so much information. Ne ho comprati 5. Of them, I bought 5. Perfetto, okay. Here's the last one. Is it the last one? I think. I don't know. No, there's one more. My sister has 2 kids. Have you seen them? So, do you need the ne here or not? You don't. I tricked you. Well, hopefully you didn't fall for it, because my sister has 2 kids. It's a quantity. But the question that I'm replacing the kids is, have you seen them? That them is not a quantity. It's a direct object pronoun. Have you seen who? Have you seen what? You have to answer that question. The kids. So the kids, that them, is the object of seeing. So we don't need the ne. We actually need a direct object pronoun that means them, which has to be masculine and plural. Which one is it? Mia sorella ha 2 figli. Li hai visti? Li hai visti? Interestingly enough, even though this topic is not the ne topic, it was just a trick, because I'm saying li meaning them I've seen. Normally we say ho visto, hai visto for have you seen. Hai visto, have you seen. But because I'm saying them, have you seen, because I'm putting the them before, which is the place where you put it in Italian, there has to be agreement in the past participle, so that's why we end up with li hai visti. Okay? But we're not using ne for this one, obviously. Finally, I love strudel. That's true. And I'll have 3 slices. Okay, I love strudel. I'll have 3 slices. There's a couple of tricky parts here. If you've been following Ask Manu Italiano, you know that Italians are not very keen of using the word love unless they love like people, like as in loving, okay? So yeah, That's gonna be your first problem. Don't say amo lo strudel. You could, like I said in that video, you could, but it's just very rare and odd. Okay. I'll have 3 slices. Do you need the ne or not? Yes, you do, because what are you actually saying? You'll have 3 slices of it, of the strudel. If you watch mostly the last episode, but any previous episode on the ne, the whole concept of ne is that it kind of has the idea of it, or of them, of him, of her, okay? So yes, I'll have 3 slices of it, of the thing that we're just talking about. So, that's the sentence. Adoro lo strudel, ne prendo 3 fette. Ne prendo. Of it, I take 3 slices. Benissimo. Now we're gonna reverse the game, and I'm gonna give you the Italian, and therefore I'm not going to type the English, because I'm assuming that you understand English. Ragazzi, per non perdere nessuna lezione di italiano, attivate le notifiche. Si fa così. Prima vi iscrivete al canale, poi fate clic sulla campana vicino al bottone rosso e selezionate quest'opzione. Salvate e via! Facile, no?